What's going on, everybody? Pat's Cosplay here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the Wonder Woman sword. Death to men! Yeah! So I've actually made a pattern for you guys to get. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to pick that up. It makes building the sword a lot simpler because you get the exact measurements.
Alright, you're going to want to take the paper template, add some tape to it so you get the rough estimate size of it, make sure it's good. Transfer that on over to 6mm EVA foam. For this, you're going to want to do about 3 of the entire piece and then 2 of just the handle piece. When making yours, you're going to want to make it have 3 of those handle pieces. I messed up and only did 1 of the handle pieces and then did the other 4 where it was just the handle piece, and it made it a lot more difficult. Just make the first 3 of the handle piece so it makes it a lot simpler. The bottom is also made with 6mm EVA foam. The handle, I actually just found a cardboard tube that was laying around and I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I just used that. You can also use EVA foam if you want to do this. They make things for it for like bevels. You can also just get 2 pieces of 6mm EVA foam and sand it down. Totally up to you. Then you're going to want to take it outside to do some sanding. I prefer to do it outside because the ventilation is a lot better. Alright, so now that it's all sanded, as you can see here, it's just sanded all the way down. It makes it look a lot better. We got the holes going through. This here, we still have to wrap the handle. That's why it's just the wood still, but I mean, like, it's pretty strong without even coating it with anything. We're going to glue this part here. As you can see, is that. So to make these holes right here, all I did was I took one of these attachment pieces for a Dremel and just went ahead and got all of those pieces. Let's focus here. Yeah, just got all of those pieces here. Those are all going to be coated with some sort of like very light black to make them stand out a lot more. But basically, I got to attach this part to each side of this here like that so that it looks something like that. For this, I used 3 coats of leak seal. Alright, so I went ahead and added this part right here. This is kind of like the grip and like the outer grip of it. For this, I used some shelf liner, also from the dollar store. And then the white part is actually just some very thin craft foam I got from Michael's. Buy it in this big of rolls. That way when you make cuts, it has a 100% smooth finish. If you get the smaller sheets, they're still good, but I'd have to use probably about 2 or 3 sheets, which then there would be cuts on them. All right, but now it is time to go outside and paint this. We're gonna paint the blade first and then paint the bottom part first because it's a lot easier to cover up the blade than covering up all of this. So for my paints, I'm gonna be using Rust-Oleum. This one is the titanium silver one right there. And then this one, I actually ended up using gold dollar store paint to finish up the rest of the paint. It was a lot better. I didn't like how it turned out the first time, and it just, with the dollar store paint, looked a lot better. Here I'm just painting the sword handle. So as you can see, I'm adding in all of the detail pieces to the gold handle. This makes it look a lot more 3-dimensional. It looks a lot better.
And after all of that, you'll have yourself a Wonder Woman god-killing sword. I'm gonna kill some gods. Yeah! This build is pretty straightforward. I did have to do this part twice because I didn't like how it turned out the first time, and that's okay. You can always go back, resand, and repaint. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. So if you paint something and you mess it up, just understand that you can fix it afterwards. So again, you can pick up the pattern for the Wonder Woman godkiller sword. The link is in the description of this video. If you want to see other tutorials about building things, then go ahead and click these videos right here. But if you want to see some Spider-Man stuff, click some stuff right here. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. I see a man.